because of this malfunctioning throttle body, I believe it's...
Come on, say it, Daryl. Don't beat around the bush.
Counts 1 through 73 to be dismissed.
Oh, yes. Like, really, Daryl? Really? Darrell's hilarious. To talk about Darrell and not be funny seems like it would be difficult. I can't even look at him without laughing. That's just real. You know what I'm saying?
Case number 21 CF 1848. May I have the appearances, please?
Morning, Judge Sue Upper, Leslie Basie, and Zach Witchell appearing for the state of Wisconsin.
Here is a third-party intervener in that matter, appearing as authorized representative for my client. I accept for value and return for value all of the charging instruments in this matter and make my exemption available for the discharge of all obligations and charges connected with this case. I do not dispute any of the facts in the charging instruments and make a reservation of all my rights here this morning.
What else? Any
All
requests?
rights reserved.
All right, good morning.
Ooh, got all the rights reserved.
The record to reflect the individual known to this court as Darrell Brooks is present in person in custody. However, he is wearing street clothes, a suit and tie, and a mask.
Darrell, you got the right to remain silent too? No? Oh.
For the record, I don't consent to being called that name.
No? Oh.
It is noted. All right, Mr. Brooks, just preliminarily, do you anticipate calling any additional witnesses today?
For the record, I don't consent to being called that name. And what was the question?
Do you anticipate calling any witnesses today?
Darrell focused on the wrong thing.
I don't believe today.
Well, we are here for the continuation of testimony. The only witness that I'm aware of that's on your list that you added is your mother, Dawn Woods. So I would expect that if she's going to testify, she would be here. Otherwise, I will be going through the colloquy with you as to whether you intend to testify.
Dang, Darrell. Damn. Where your mama at? Remember? Hey, Darrell, remember when you had said, if I tell her to come here, she coming. And that's that on that. Ain't nothing else to talk about. If I call her right now, she gonna bust right in this door, okay, in her pajamas if she got her. But she gonna show up for her baby boy, is what I'm telling you. And now everybody else has come through and talk they shit about you, Bars. But no Dawn. Huh. Interesting. Dang, it's almost like she don't love you or something. Is that it? I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if that were it. Just asking if that's it.
Today or not.
Did you receive my ICS?
He gonna act like he ain't hear the question? He ain't hear the question, y'all. He like, did you get them papers that I had sent? We need to talk about more important things. You know, like that email I sent you about, you know, you giving me a freedom sandwich, you know, during the lunch break. You slipping me one. Can we talk about that? I don't want to talk about my mother and how she didn't show up like I swore she would. You gonna change the subject, Darrell? That's what you're gonna do? Okay. All right, Darrell. Just change the subject. We'll act like it didn't happen. Okay. We're gonna pretend like it didn't happen. All right. Oh, Samantha, she couldn't get there because he wrecked her ride. I know that's right. She should have called him at the jail and said, Darrell, call me an Uber. I called you an Uber after that thing you had did that you ain't confessing to. You been here lying about. I called you an Uber. How come you can't call me no Uber? You know what I'm saying? You better call her an Uber, Darrell, if you want her to show up. She ain't got no car. And you know this, man.
Did I address to you?
Oh, I haven't looked. Let me look. But I don't have anything If you want to generally tell me the topic, we can cover it verbally.
Yeah, say something, Daryl.
The topic is Officer Ryan Schultz. Question was asked of did he know if there were any recalls on that vehicle, and
then what, Daryl?
I believe that
What you believe?
a Brady claim should be visited because there were in fact recalls on that vehicle. In fact, there were recalls on the Ford Escape models from 2008 through 2010 in regards to the throttle body malfunctioning and causing the vehicles to accelerate and not being able to be stopped. There is a class action lawsuit where Ford company were sued because of this, and those vehicles models from the year 2008 through 2010 were recalled. And
Don't buck your eyes. That's gonna help.
that is very important information in regards to
Like, and then what had happened was, and then there was a recall, you see, and the throttle body, I mean, but like, well, what about when you ran over Erica's foot a couple weeks earlier? Was that the throttle body too? I mean, that throttle body, why you keep driving around in this thing when the throttle body's trying to kill people, Daryl? I mean, the throttle body in your car has got Christine tendencies. Daryl's car was turning into a Christine. Just driving around trying to murk folks, honey.
the vehicle in question being a Ford Escape
Hey, Amanda.
2010. This information is very easily obtained just by pulling it up, and you will see a class action lawsuit. Obviously, if it's a class action lawsuit, then it's pretty easy to.
So what's your request, sir?
Yeah, what's your request? Here we go.
My request is to find out if Officer Schultz knew, to find out if the prosecution knew that there was a recall on those vehicles.
And then what? Go ahead, say it.
And
So I can laugh.
in light of the fact that these vehicles were recalled because of this malfunctioning throttle body
Yeah.
for I believe it's
Come on. Just say it, Daryl. Don't beat around the bush.
counts 1 through 73 to be dismissed.
Oh, yes.
All right, what's the response from the
I like to know what was going on in her head when he said that. I mean, because of that, I think we need to dismiss all the charges, like all the stuff that had to do with my car and the parade need to be dismissed. Y'all need that it's like it didn't even happen. That's what y'all need to do. Cause law. Cause law and cause Daryl. Okay? That's all you need to know. Get me up out of here, okay? Oh, Daryl, you tried it. I would like to know what the judge was thinking when he said that, though. Like, I feel like she was like there was this pause of like where she turned her head. She was like, okay, prosecution, what do you think about this? Like, really, Daryl? Really? Why do you think that Dawn Woods never set foot inside the courtroom to support her son? Why do I think that? Because she thought they were going to cuff her. John, I think she ain't want to come in there because she knows she next. That's why she ain't want to come in there, because she knows she called them police and lied. And if she got on that stand, they're going to be like, have her put her hand up and she going to fucking lie. And then she going to go to jail. That's why. John, that's why she didn't want to come in there. That plus she probably don't like looking at Daryl. She like, no way, he's representing himself, which means he's going to get to talk to me. Yeah, nah, I ain't coming. Oh, what day was it? Oh, I'm going to be busy that day. But like, well, we don't know exactly what day it is. Whatever day it is, I'm busy. I'm busy on Daryl days. That's how my schedule is set up. On Daryl days, I'm busy. There. Not coming is what I'm saying to you.
So it's a mood issue.
It's
I don't
me.
believe it's a mood issue.
Oh, no?
And I actually have
What you got, Daryl?
the report should be in the mailroom as we speak. I had everything sent over priority mail, the actual
Oh, did you?
information about the class action lawsuit, the actual information.
How Daryl afford to be sending something priority mail? Where you get money from? Boy, if you don't cut your fingernails. Look at this thing. Look at Look at this. That's a lot, Daryl. That's a lot of fingernail, okay? It's too much. It's more than you need is what I'm saying to you, okay? What is going on with this here fingernail? Who is you? Oh, my God. This one's even longer. What happened to this one? Where did this one break off at? Or should I say, who did this break off on? Or should I say, who did this break off in? I don't know. How do I need to put this, Daryl? Is what I'm asking you. Oh, don't close your eyes like that. I know you know the answer to the question that I'm asking. Stop playing coy.
About the recalls for those models, like I said, 2008 through 2010. Now, in all fairness, Your Honor, that's why I was asking for a Brady claim on this.
Yeah. Hey, Susan.
Seeing as how when vehicles are purchased from the manufacturer, they're still sold as is. There would be no way to know that there's anything malfunctioning with the vehicle until it actually happens. Seeing it's a class action lawsuit,
Dixie, hey boo.
no one would sue the Ford company if there weren't malfunctioning vehicles. There would be no class action lawsuit if these vehicles were not malfunctioning. And I believe with that, like I said, the information is easily obtainable.
Yeah.
I should have the information in the mailroom right now.
You should. Okay.
That you can readily view this information about the class action lawsuit, about the
Tell us
recall.
about the
It
readily.
wasn't just the
It's the
2010
readily
model
for me,
in
y'all.
question. It was 2008 through 2010.
What? Oh, I didn't know it was through 2010. Oh, yeah, you guys to let him go. Like all the way through 2010? What? Word? Word, Daryl? Word? Word out. Oh, mama thing. Daryl is really trying his case and my nerves. He's trying his case and my nerves at the same time. Daryl's trying my nerves.
The information about the malfunctioning pertains strictly to the throttle body.
Let me address your claim, sir.
Yeah, look at him.
So, not trying to cut you off, I don't need the specifics about a class action because as it relates to this case, the fact that there's a class action would not mean there's a Brady violation by the state. In fact, you even indicate it was readily known and something you were able to find out. I'd further note that you had a full and fair opportunity to cross-examine the inspector regarding his mechanical inspection. Make a finding, number one, that there's a Brady violation, and number two, that the information you seek to cross-examine him on would have any impact whatsoever. So I'll deny the
Because it
request to dismiss the case, and I'll deny the request to recall this witness.
Yeah. Cause duh. Daryl, now come on. Come on. Clearly, come on. Really, Daryl? That's what you chose to try? You know what? It ain't even my fault. I didn't even do nothing. It was the car. It just like started doing crazy shit. It was like talking and everything. I mean, I was afraid for my life too, Your Honor. Your Honor, I am a victim as well, okay? My house attacked me. And while it was attacking me, you know, everybody else just, you know, they were just in the way while their fight was happening between me and my vehicle, / my house, / my mother's car. It wasn't my fault. It's Ford. It's Ford, I tell you. You know, it was prejudice. Ford was prejudiced, Your Honor. Okay? It knew that this was going to happen to me. You know, I was set up. I was framed, you know, by Big Pharma or something. You know? It's just anything. It ain't my fault, is what I'm getting at. It ain't my fault. Did I do that? It ain't my fault.
Hold on. Let me have the state just make their statement. I'll give you the last word on it. Go ahead.
Yeah, give me the last word.
The Inspector Schultz's mechanical inspection report was provided to the defense on April 29th, 2022. I noted that when the defendant was cross-examining Inspector Schultz, he did have the report in front of him and it was asking questions directly related to information contained in that report.
All right. Go ahead, Mr. Brooks.
When you spoke to the owner of the vehicle, that's who gave me the information. My mother gave me the information of this. I had no knowledge until she told me. And
Well, you just
that's how I came into the information. And she was the one that
you just said it was on the internet, and that's how you found it, and it was very easy to find, and it was obvious information that anybody should have seen. And now that the judge say that, it's well, that's how I found out because my mama had told me. Well, the judge don't talk to your mama on a daily basis, okay? That's not a thing that happens. So if you saying it was found out from your mama, that's a you issue, okay? You the only one talking to that woman, unfortunately for her.
said, I'm going to send you all the information that you need so you can present it to the court.
Hey, Mama T.
So I
understand that, sir,
this
but
wasn't
your request
information.
is not timely. So you have had this information for quite some time, either through counsel.
I did not have it for quite some time.
Let me make my record. Either through counsel.
It was just told to me.
That's not what I'm saying. You've had.
Yeah, that's a you problem. Look at him. He's such a fucking liar. The truth don't live inside this thing. I almost called him a man. Luckily, I caught myself. There's nothing good inside of him. Ain't nothing good in there. He's a fucking liar. He ain't insane. He's just a douchebag. He's a shitty human. He's one of those things outside that make it so hard to go out there. He's one of those people-y people. He's the most people-y. He's why I stay in the house, why I don't want to go outside, why my mission is to never have to go outside ever again. Here comes the tantrum. Look at it. Look at this. It's in his eyes, Samantha. It's in his eyes. The tantrum is it's back there just hovering right around here. Actually, it's probably here. His tantrum is here. It's going to run down the hairline. You know, it's pretty far back, so it's going to have a long way to go to get to the eyes.
The information about this report for quite some time, either through prior counsel or through all of the discovery that was turned over to you when you took over your representation of your own case. The fact that you have now learned this, it's a little bit too late. And I understand that may seem fair to you, but when I consider the information that you're providing to me, it's speculative on your part as to whether there's any impact on this particular vehicle.
It ain't.
Because of the inspection that was done. And you had a full and fair opportunity to cross-examine the inspector about information that was readily obtainable and researchable by you prior to the time that you cross-examined this witness.
It was not readily available for me to expect at the time. I don't have access to the internet, so how would I be able to?
Mr. Brooks, you're telling me your mother had that information.
No,
so,
I'm
and
telling
I'm
you,
trust.
she just told me this information. I have the phone calls to prove it.
I understand that. I'm denying the request, sir.
And I would like a.
So that's my decision.
I object to that, Your Honor.
I understand. I've made my decision. I expect that you respect the decision, at least, as we're not going to debate it further.
Yes.
I now have the ICF, the one from the state to be provided to the state. Madam Clerk, I just gave that to you.
Is Daryl trying to have this here fit for me? It need to be addressed. Look, I don't know what to tell you, Your Honor. You just got to address it.
All right, so,
I
Mr. Brooks, in
respectfully
light of
object.
that,
Hit the like button. If you just passing through, hit that like button for Mama, okay?
Respectfully object, Your Honor, and request the legal reconsideration of your ruling, Your Honor.
Okay.
it's denied. The request for reconsideration is denied. There's no legal basis for me to do
I
that at this point.
respectfully reject that ruling and take exception to that ruling, Your Honor.
All right, Mr. Brooks, we need to keep going.
For the record, may I request a legal or factual basis for your ruling, Your Honor?
I mean, you can ask for it.
I provided an oral ruling today. The record stands, sir.
For the record, may I respectfully request a written judicial finding of facts and conclusion of law on this issue?
Your request is denied.
For the record, may I respectfully move for an interlocutory declaratory appeal of this matter?
I wouldn't be the one you would make that request to, sir. So I
For
can't
the record, may I
answer that
move
yes
to
or
stay
no.
these proceedings until the instant matter is adjudicated by a court of competent jurisdiction?
That request is denied.
Based on what law or fact, Your Honor?
The request is denied.
Based on what law or fact, Your Honor?
Any other requests, sir? I'd like to move on.
Based on what law?
There's no
Or
legal
fact.
basis that you've stated for me to do that, sir.
Oh, Daryl.
It has been, Your Honor.
Cut
The
it out,
request is
Daryl.
denied. The
Hey,
request is
Dixon.
not a proper motion. There's no legal support for the motion. There's no factual support for the motion. So it's denied.
For the record, it appears that this court is acting in contempt of the law, Your Honor. Can you show me how or where this court is following the law of respecting this matter?
That's a very vague statement, sir. There's no legal relief that you're claiming. There's no motion before the court based in law or fact. So this court cannot address that last statement of yours.
Your Honor, with all due respect, I would like a motion for finding the fact.
Denied.
Under what law and fact?
I made an oral ruling, sir. There's no requirement I do so in writing.
So you're denying a legal, you're denying a motion for finding the fact.
I am.
So how do I know what you're doing is legal, Your Honor?
All right, Mr. Brooks, we're going to move forward. At this time, I want to,
How do I know that this is legal, Your Honor? Can you show me that it's legal?
Mr. Brooks, we're moving forward. So your
Doesn't
request
seem
is
like
denied.
it doesn't seem
Mr.
like
Brooks,
you're-
I need to give you some
It
advisements,
doesn't
and I'd
seem like
ask that you
you're. I
stop
don't
interrupting
need your
me.
advice.
No, I have to
need
give you
you-
advisements, sir, regarding your right to testify.
I need to do your job
Ooh, look at him.
without prejudice and without
Mr.
bias.
Brooks has
Your
now
Honor.
interrupted me multiple times. He's failing to respect the court's oral rulings here today. It's something that he's done repeatedly throughout this trial.
Yes, he has.
Mr. Brooks, I need to go through some advisements. Unless you have a witness to immediately call, I need to go through this particular discussion on the record with you regarding your right to testify.
You don't need
Do you
to
have
go
a
through-
witness
you
to
don't
call,
need to go
sir?
through anything with me on record. You
Actually,
need to-
I do so,
Actually,
sir.
you
That is
don't.
required by law.
Actually, you don't. You need to do your job as a public servant
Mr. Brooks,
and honor the oath that you
I
took,
need to
Your
go
Honor.
through these advisements, and if you're going to keep interrupting me, you will forfeit your right to be present, and you
So
will
you're
be
holding me in
removed
contempt
to
again.
the next courtroom so that I can properly go through these advisements
And
without
I
being
still-
interrupted.
And I still don't have to answer. I still don't have to answer whether I'm in this court or not. So you're holding me in contempt yet again.
Mr. Brooks, I've not held you in contempt. I've found that you have forfeited your right to be present by your conduct, which is one of the options available to this court under Illinois versus Allen, under State versus Vaughn. It's also referenced in State versus Anthony. So I am going to keep going, sir, despite your protestations.
Your Honor, with
I
all
need
due
you
respect, in
to
Illinois
not
versus
interrupt
Allen,
me.
in
This is
Illinois
another
versus-
interruption.
In Illinois versus Allen.
Mr. Brooks,
do
I'm
they
not
say-
going to have a debate with you on
I'm
the
not
meaning
trying to
of
have a
Illinois
debate.
versus
I'm
Allen.
not trying to have a debate.
You are
I'm merely
advised
trying
that
to
it
understand
continued.
Illinois.
You know what I was watching today? What I was looking through today when the jury came back and found him guilty, and he was listening to them. Remember, he was like, he wanna pull the jury, which means he was gonna ask. They would ask each juror individually if that was their verdict. You know, guilty, of course. And he was like, yeah, I want them to do that. So while they were all reading theirs, and Daryl was like looking up at them like he looked like he was like his eyes was all wet, like, y'all really gonna do me like this? Is y'all really gonna do me like that? Daryl, yes, that is exactly what we're gonna do. Yes.
Illinois versus Allen.
Mr. Brooks,
Daryl.
you are advised that continued interruptions will result in you forfeiting your right to be
like a
present
merchant idea,
during this
personalized
next phase
inserts.
of the trial.
Okay, but you saying that I'm
I've said
forfeiting
that
my
multiple
right.
times.
You
I've
saying-
given you multiple opportunities
You're
to
holding
stop
me in
interrupting
contempt.
me.
You're holding me in contempt.
Mr. Brooks,
By
I'm not holding
removing
you
me
in
from the
contempt
courtroom.
for the second time here, and I've
Your
also
Honor.
repeated that.
Your Honor,
He's
with all-
interrupting me yet again.
with all
Mr. Brooks, I
respect-
need you to stop talking.
With all respect,
Yeah.
in Illinois versus Allen,
All right, Mr. Brooks continues to want to debate with me the meaning of Illinois versus Allen. It is a clear indication to this court
trying to
that
understand,
he
Your
wants to disrupt these proceedings, even
That's
in
not
a
true.
mild manner, tone
That's
of
not
voice.
true.
I've
I'm
reminded
seeking
him
to
repeatedly
understand, Your
regarding
Honor,
the standards
because
of
it
form and
doesn't.
civility, and one of the
Illinois doesn't.
bedrocks is that he
Illinois
not
versus
interrupt.
Allen does not state.
All right, I'm going to
that-
remove him to the next courtroom so that I can go through
It does
proper
not state-
advisements with him without being
It
interrupted.
does not
We'll clear the
state
courtroom
that
and
you
we'll
can be
resume
present from
once he
cameras.
is over there.
It
Again, I'll make
doesn't
the
state that
appropriate
you can be
findings when
present
he is
from
there.
cameras, or that you could be,
Yes, we're off the record.
or that you
until,
could be.
he's in the
Okay,
other
so
courtroom. I'll
you're
be
making a
stepping off.
tacit
Thank you.
agreement.
Okay, so you making a tacky agreement, because I'm tacky and I do not agree. Y'all behave and stay safe. I insist.